All right. Sorry about that. I had to cut the other video kind of short because I was just taking care of something really quick. I had to see something. But like I said yesterday, in my last video, um, my last video, I kind of left off on the because a lot of people, I don't know how many people, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, whether they even asked a question or not, wonder, where in the Bible does it ever say talk about homosexuality? Well, I just read you some verses, which is Romans 1:24-27. And if you go back to the book of Genesis, I'll cover that later on today. Because I mean it's Sunday. I mean really, I'm just probably just do videos like a lot today. I don't know how many, but whatever. I mean, I'm just hanging out today, man. Really. Um, um, but um, cause like I mean, this helps me as well because it gives me a, an audience to speak to, and it's just I'm doing it out loud versus quietly in my head, and it's just like when you deal with the word of God, it's more powerful if it's spoken. So um um. And by powerful I mean obviously just just whatever, but including it's more effective if it's spoken. I mean, um, God spoke the universe into existence. Words are powerful. Anybody who says sticks and stones and all that garbage, don't listen to that person. That person is obviously horribly ignorant. Um, but anyways, like I said, Romans 1:24-27. That those were the verses where he talks about homosexuality. So you could look those up. I mean, those are pretty self-explanatory, man. I mean, really. I mean, you know. But then he goes on to say in Romans 1:28 through I'll just read them 1:28 through 31. It says when they refused to acknowledge God, he abandoned them to their evil minds and let them do things that they never or that should never be done, meaning that he just I mean God's just gonna tap you on the shoulder for so long. Like he doesn't give up on people, but it's not him giving up on you, it's basically you giving up on him. I mean, the more and more you go against the grain and ignore God, the quieter and quieter and quieter his voice gets. So it's not like God just kind of gives up on you like your parents might give up on you or your friends might give up on you, or God's not like God's not people. God's not like people give up on you. you know God won't, but it's not that he gives up on us. It's just I mean we ignore him for so long. Eventually, I mean, kind of like out of sight out of mind type of deal. The more and more the world sucks you in with their way of life, the quieter and quieter and quieter God gets. It's not that God is you know I just that's the way I'm taking the verse anyways. Like I said, man, in my earlier videos, and I'm going to start off saying every video the same way: see God for yourself, because I'm not God. Neither is anybody else. Don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. Pray on it. Um, but so that's verse 28, and then 29 says, "Their lives become full of every kind of wickedness, sin, greed, hate, envy, murder, fighting, deception, behavior, and gossip. They are backstabbers, haters of God, insolent, proud, and boastful. They are never inventing new ways of sinning and are disobedient to their parents. Um, they refuse to understand, break their promises, and are heartless and unforgiving." Um, I know that I underlined some of those things, and I don't really I don't know. I'd have to take a look at some of those things. I mean, some of the stuff I underlined because is part of my life. It's been I mean, maybe not currently, but the fact that it was part of my life in the past, I mean, tells me that it still needs to be worked on because I mean, like they say, I mean, I know I keep using the term like alcoholism, like give the alcoholic a drink and stuff. You know, I'm not picking on alcoholics, and I was never an alcoholic. I don't even drink. I don't drink beer, man. Like ever. Like even like I mean, when I was at a party or something, I would have one just to be sociable. But I'm not a drinker, man. I don't do all that. To me, alcohol tastes disgusting. I'd rather drink some ice water or something. You know. Um. But I mean, I don't. You know, I'm just saying. Like I'm using that is you know, because it's a term that I mean, it's a term that basically, if you don't understand, you know, give the alcoholic a drink or whatever. Like just you should that's something that you should pretty much be able to understand. But um you know, as far as you know, things that I underline here, I mean, I you know, if you know, part of the reason why I underline this stuff is because um it's stuff that, you know, either I'm dealing with currently or I've dealt with in the past. And if it's, you know, if it's in the past, then, you know, unless it was, you know, healed by God, then it's probably still in you somewhere. So it needs to be healed. And, you know, it's all about being, you know, confronting and just being honest and saying, hey, God, you know, this is my problem, you know, and just come to the cross of Christ, man, or Christ and Him crucified. Put your faith in that finished work. You know, I'm still learning about the cross myself. You know, I'm not some like, you know, so I'm just, you know, I'm just doing this, like I said, for me, man, because it helps me that I get to just do it out loud. And at the same time, I speak to an audience. And I mean, you probably, you know, if you disagree with something I say or something, that's fine. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody either, man. Like, that's ludicrous. I don't even do that in my real life, man. I mean, I have my bad days. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not really the kind of person to sit there and walk up to somebody and just argue, man. Like this is so dumb. You know, people do it to me I mean, not a lot of people do it, but it comes around once in a while. Somebody say something smart. You know, once in a while I'll say something back, but it won't even be smart. It won't even be smart at all. Like I won't even like if I even reply to a person like that, I'll just, you know, I'll be nice, or if anything, I'll just block the person, man. I don't put up with that stuff. I don't comment back to people on Instagram when they do stupid stuff like that, man, or anywhere. I mean, people don't really, you know, Twitter's different because, but yeah, I mean, don't hit me up with some stupidity, man, because I'll just ignore you. It's that simple. I don't deal with that. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you're honest with yourself, I mean, I don't care who you are, you're dealing with some of this stuff here, and I'm no exception. Um, you know, but I mean, if you want to hit me up in the comment section, I mean, we can agree to disagree or whatever. I mean, I'm open to, you know, stuff as well. You know, I'm open to you know, new ways of looking at things, as long as it doesn't go against the Bible. You know, that's fine. But you know, at the same time, you're not God, neither am I. So if something's to be accepted, it's going to be because, you know, God says it's okay. Um, but and then it goes on to say, they are fully aware of God's death penalty for those who do these things, yet they go right ahead and do them anyway. And worse yet, they encourage others to do them too. So when you see somebody sinning or whatever, I mean, you don't have to walk up to them and just like stop them, but warn them. I mean, I guess. I mean, you know, I mean, if they know that they're doing something wrong, well, at that point, I mean, really, I mean, if I'm about to stick my finger in that light socket over there, are you gonna say, "Hey, Ryan, you shouldn't do that because you could electrocute yourself"? Well, I'm gonna look at you like, no, like I know that, dummy. Like I'm not stupid. Like some things people just do because they do. They know what's wrong, but they do it anyways. At that point, I mean, should you really confront that person? I don't know. Go to God about it, man. I don't know. Like seriously, I don't know. But if somebody's doing something wrong that they just don't know better. Like even adults don't know better, man. I mean, are you serious? You know, I mean, younger people like to look at us and think that we're geniuses. Are you serious, dude? I mean, there's people that go to Ivy League schools, man, that come out dumb as a stump. A lot of these people don't even know which end of the wastebasket goes up. Are you serious? They're all about books. But when it comes to life and common sense and stuff that matters, they just don't have it, man. I'm not saying everybody's like that, you know, but hey, it is what it is, man. You know, um, and that's the truth, really. It's the truth. Um,
I don't know, but I mean, I guess that's it for right now. I mean, I just wanted to, and then there's I might want to cover Romans 1:18 and kind of like go on from there. I have to take a look at that, but I'm gonna upload this video and we'll take it from there. Bye.